Continuation of Module 3. Chemical Machining. Introduction. Chemical machining is the stock removal process for the production of desired shapes and dimensions through selective or overall removal of material by controlled chemical attack with acids or alkalis. There are two types of chemical machining, namely chemical blanking, which is used for cutting or stamping parts from thin sheet materials, and chemical contour machining or chemical milling for the selective or overall metal removal from a thick material. The chemical machining process is employed where blanking or metal removal is difficult or impractical by the conventional machining process because of material hardness, brittleness, size of part, complexity of shape, or thinness of the part. Elements of process. Basically, there are only two elements of the process: resins or maskants, etchants. Resins or maskants. There are three types of resins: cut and peel, photographic, and screen resins. The cut and peel resins are first applied to the entire part by the spray or dip method. It is then cut from the areas to be etched. This type of maskant is not used in applications where critical dimensional tolerances are required. The maskants currently available include vinyl neoprene or butyl based material. Photographic resins produce etchant resistant images by means of photographic techniques. When exposed through a high content negative, the material can be generally produce a positive or negative image of the negative image itself. These resins are used for thin materials to 0.8 mm thick parts requiring dimensional tolerances of the etchant resistant image tighter than plus or minus 0.1 mm and up to 1 into 1.5 meter. Screen resins are materials which can be used on the workpiece through normal silk screening techniques. The image accuracies are better than can generally be achieved by other types of maskants. Screen printing is generally limited to parts not larger than 1 meter into 1 meter, parts having only flat surfaces or simple moderate contours, parts where depth of etch does not exceed 1.5 mm in depth from one side, parts which do not require etchant resistant image accuracy greater than plus or minus 0.2 mm. The selection of resist for use in chemical machining depends on following factors: chemical resistant required, number of parts to be produced, detail or resolution required, shape and size of component, ease of removal, economics. Etchant. The basic function of the etchant is to convert a material, say a metal, into a metallic salt that can be dissolved in the etchant and thus removed from work surface. The factors which affect the selection of an etchant for a given component are material to be etched, type of maskant and resist used, depth of etch, surface finish required, potential damage to metallurgical properties of work, rate of material removal, economics.